Swami Sharanam. Is the visibility clear and audio clear? Yes. Sarvamangaladayagare Sharanamayappa Mata Pita Guru Devame Sharanamayappa Swamiye Sharanamayappa. हे भूतनाथ भगवन् भवदीय चारुपादाम्बुजे भवतु भक्तिरसञ्चला मे नादाय सर्वजगदां भजदां भवाप्ति पोताय नित्यमखिलांग भुवे नमस्ते स्वामिये शरणमय्यप्पा. By the grace of Sadgurunatha, I am very happy to meet so many devotees online during this auspicious Mandala Kalam, because Mandala Kalam is the most celebrated festival for all Ayyappa devotees. We celebrate all other festivals. We celebrate Deepavali, we celebrate Sankranti, we celebrate Shivaratri, many other festivals throughout the year. But for each and every Ayyappa devotee, the most awaited celebration is this Mandala Kalam, because this is the period where we live with Ayyappa. We start our Vrdanushtanam right from Vrishchikam. First, we wear the mala, Vrdamala. We start our Vrdam, and by which we start living with Bhagavan himself. And the culmination is Darshanam at Sannidhanam. So, for the sake of experiencing the bliss, we undertake this Vrdam and we live for ourselves for these 2 months. For the year of 12 months, for 10 months, we carry over this worldly life where we live for others. Somebody is asking to talk in Tamil, but there are so many devotees from other states also who wanted to talk me in English. So I thought I will continue in English because I am regularly talking in Tamil in many other platforms. So definitely we'll have another session for Tamil devotees. Probably this will help many other devotees from other states to understand. So this is the column where we live for ourselves. The 2 months is the essence of real life, where we live with Bhagavan himself. Once we wear our mala, Bhagavan comes and resides in our heart. Shasta Vasati Manase. And that's how the Mandala Kalam is to be understood. And the entire process of Sabarimala Yatra is structured in such a way that the entire process of Sabarimala Yatra, the culmination at Sannidhanam, where you see Bhagavan, you get that bliss, that anubhuti, that ananda. That ananda is nothing but seeing yourself. Once you have the darshan of Bhagavan, you get only a glimpse. That glimpse is only for some 5 to 10 seconds. Each and every devotee is having an opportunity to have the darshan of Bhagavan only for 5 to 10 seconds. But that 5 to 10 seconds gives you unexplainable bliss. A bliss or ananda where you haven't experienced that ananda in your lifetime. And that is the reason we crave to go to Sabarimala again and again and again. And that is the reason each and every devotee, when he goes as a Kanni Swami, there are some question answer sessions. Definitely we will have last 15 minutes for question and answers, and definitely during that time If you want in Tamil, I'll talk in Tamil. Tamil la Tamil la pesren. If you want in English, I'll talk in English. But I cannot talk in Telugu because I don't know Telugu or Kannada. Right. So when you reach Sannidhanam, the bliss you experience, even if it is for a fraction of a second, you experience the bliss which you haven't experienced in your lifetime. That is the reason each and every devotee, once he goes to Sabarimala, he becomes mad about the experience and he wants it again and again. For any Kanni Swami, Kanni Ayyappan going for the first time, definitely he'll be with a lot of expectations and lot of imagination in his mind. But what he is seeing at Sannidhanam will be totally a different atmosphere. Most of the Ayyappan Mars would have experienced that, because most of the Ayyappa devotees, they without pictorial representation or without any photograph, they may have a different idea of the Murti at Sannidhanam. If you are going to see a very small Murti there, definitely they will be shocked for the first time. But that small Murti is doing wonders, and he enters your mind, enters in your chitta, enters in your heart, and he is doing wonders the remaining 365 days, and you crave for his darshanam. You crave for his darshanam all the 365 days, and you wait for that. And I generally I used to say, we live 364 days to have the darshan of Bhagavan for the 365th day. The remaining 364 days we are living only to have that single day's darshanam. And that is the essence of Sabarimala Yatra. Because this Yatra has been formulated by Bhagavan himself. Bhagavan, Dharmashastra, he incarnated as Manikanda. He instructed his father, Rajashekara Pandya, to build a temple in such a way that it is above the Ashtadasa Sopana, 18 steps, where he'll be seated in a Mahayoga Pita. He'll be meditating for us, the people of Kali Yuga. Then, obviously, the temple structure, how it should be, was instructed by Bhagavan himself. And Bhagavan himself gave the rules for Sabarimala Yatra. It is explained in a part of Brahmanda Purana in a text called Bodhanatha Upakyana, where a chapter is called Sabarigiri Yatra Vidhi Nirnayam. The entire Sabarigiri Yatra Vidhi has been described by Bhagavan himself. So Bhagavan says one has to observe a Mandala Vradam, Brahmacharya Diksha, then take Irumudi, travel via the long route, and then reach Sannidhanam, and then have the darshanam. This is the procedural darshan of Sabarimala Yatra. So this was advocated and this was given and this was told by Bhagavan himself. So we don't have any right to alter it or reduce it or change it to our convenience. So when Bhagavan himself has given the rule for the darshana, he says, any devotee who is wearing mala, who is my dasa, who is craving to see me, have my darshanam at Sannidhanam, he is very form of myself. I am not different from him. Every devotee should see any person in Vradam as Ayyappa himself. This was told by Bhagavan himself. And that is the reason we see everybody as Bhagavan's Swarupam and we call them as Swami or Ayyappa. This is the reality of Advaita Satyam, which was established by, or which was propagated by Adi Shankara, was once again established by Bhagavan himself at Sannidhanam by showing the Chinmudra. You and I are one. It is written Tattvamasi. Mahayoga Pito Jvalantam Mahantam Mahavakya Saropadesam Sushantam Maharshi Praharsha Pradam Jnanakantam Paranjodi Rupam Bhaje Bhutanadam. Bhagavan himself says, he is an Acharya, he is a Guru there. He is showing the Chinmudra. He is giving the ultimate truth that you and I are one. Tat Tvam Asi. This is the Mahavakya. That Mahavakya Satyam has been established in Sabarimala by the practices which we are following. Each and every devotee is seeing each and every other person as Ayyappa himself. And Bhagavan says, if a person is going to follow this Vrada Nema meticulously, sincerely, and if he is going to come and stand in front of me, he will experience a bliss, an anubhuti which he has not seen elsewhere. I will grant him that anubhuti. And that is the very essence of Shabarimala Yatra. That's why we call Bhagavan as Harihara Sudan, Ananda Chittanayyanayappa Swamiye Sharanamayappa. Because the Ananda Chitta, Bhagavan, he himself is Ananda Swarupi. And he is giving that Ananda to each and every devotee, each and every single devotee who comes to him. And that is the speciality of Bhagavan, and hence he is called Kali Yuga Varada. Many Puranas, many Tantras says, Pratyaksham tu Kalau, Kalau Shastru Vinayakau. Shasta is the only deity of Kali Yuga who bless the devotees profusely and immediately. There is no waiting. There is no waiting list with Bhagavan. Once you are sincere and you surrender to him, all your wishes are granted immediately. Shipra Prasada Niradam Shastaram Pranamamyaham. Shipra Prasadi means one who gives all your requests immediately. And that is the speciality of Bhagavan Ayyappa. No other God in this entire universe is so Karunamurti. All other deities, there is a difference between Shabarimala and all other temples. All other temples, the deity will be in the superior form, and all the devotees who are coming there, they are called as bhaktas, devotees. So being a bhakta, you worship the deity. But whereas at Shabarimala, Bhagavan, he is sitting as the deity, and each and every devotee who is coming there is also considered as Bhagavan himself. They are also called, they are not called as Shiva Bhakta, they are not called as Vishnu Bhakta, they are not called as Subramanya Bhakta or Ganapati Bhakta or Devi Bhakta, they are called Ayyappanmars. They are Bhagavan himself. Each and every devotee is seen as Bhagavan himself. That is the speciality of Ayyappa. Tattvamasi is not a mere statement written there. Each and every devotee is seen as the very form of Bhagavan himself. And that is the speciality of Shabarimala. So, Bhagavan is waiting at Sannidhanam to see each and every devotee who is starting with Shabarimala, who is undertaken Vardam. All other temples, we go and have the darshan of the deity or the Devata. At Shabarimala, Bhagavan, Ayyappa, is waiting for each and every devotee to come, and he is having the darshan of each and every devotee. That is the most significant and most unique part of Shabarimala, because no other part of the world or no other place of worship you have such a kind of Vrdanushtanam for one Mandala Kala, and nowhere you can see a practice of Irumudi, and nowhere you can see a holy 18 steps, and that too that is being worshipped. There may be steps in many other temples, you can just climb the steps, but whereas here the steps are worshipped, and you climb those steps and have the darshan of Bhagavan and do the Neyyabhishegam. The Neyyabhishegam is the Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam, the amalgamation of the soul with the Paramatma. The Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam is represented by this Neyyabhishegam. And so by all these ways, Shabarimala Yatra is unique. And Bhagavad Darshanam, Ayyappa Darshanam is nothing but Atma Darshanam. Such a wonderful form of worship. And Lord Shiva himself says, Harishambho Suputrascha Pujaisha Bhuvi Durlapa. Only people with Puru Punya, those who are having Punya in many past Janmas, and those whose family is blessed, will have devotion towards Ayyappa. And only people with lot of Punyas who have accumulated merit can worship Ayyappa. That is the speciality of Shabarimala Yatra, and that is the speciality of Ayyappa Darshanam. I think this is the message I want to give you for this Mandala Kalam. We have started the Mandala Kalam after a long break of COVID of 1.5 2 years, where so many devotees could not have their darshanam. Now the Sannidhanam is open, and they are allowing almost all the barriers are removed, except for few things like long route is not there, and some few restrictions are there. Otherwise, per day 25,000 to 30,000 devotees are allowed. So after a long wait, all devotees are ready to have the darshan of Bhagavan. So we have been blessed with such a great opportunity of having devotion towards Ayyappa and having his darshanam. What he asks is sincere devotion and sincere Vrdanushtanam. Just because online slots are available, please don't reduce the number of days of Vrdam. Make sure that you observe a Mandala Vrdam fully before going to Sannidhanam. That is the humble request. Only then you can have the actual fruit of Shabarimala Yatra. Otherwise, it is just like going to a place and just having a look and coming back. This is the crux of Shabarimala Yatra. We have no right to reduce the number of days of Vradanushtanam. Mandala Vradam is mandatory. Once you have the Mandala Vradam and you follow the Vradanushtanam fully, definitely you will understand what Ayyappa Tattvam is. Shipra Prasadi Bhagavan is always ready, ever ready. He is not a mere idol or mere Vigraha sitting there. He is living there. He is living there in Sannidhanam. He is hearing all your prayers. Even if you don't utter with your mouth, he can see inside your heart and he is ready to answer all your prayers. That Pratyaksha Devata, Hariharaputra Swami, will definitely shower his grace on all the devotees. And with this platform, I would definitely like to wish all the devotees have a great darshanam at Sannidhanam, and definitely I am praying to the lotus feet of Bhagavan Ayyappa to give you all that is good, health, wealth, prosperity and devotion to his lotus feet always. So with this, I will conclude this speech, but definitely we'll continue with the question and answers. If you have any questions, you can shoot, and please let me know in which language you want. If you want in Tamil, I can talk in Tamil. If you want in English, I'll talk in English, but not in Telugu or Kannada. Please, I don't know. Yes. Considering difficulties, can we wear mala less days? If less days, what is the time period? Yes. Definitely, considering any difficulty, you cannot reduce the number of days. If you are in such a difficult situation, you can opt your Shabarimala Yatra for next year, not this year. Because when Bhagavan says you'll have to take the Vradanushthana for so many number of days, only somebody who is greater than Bhagavan can reduce that number of days. If somebody is telling you can wear mala only for 3 days or 11 days, please make sure that he is cheating you. One mandala is compulsorily to be followed for Shabarimala Yatra, and no way you can reduce the number of days. We have any other questions? Tell about fasting in Vradam. The Vrada Anushtana. Bhagavan himself, he says very clearly that point number 1 is Brahmacharya Vrada. Point number 2 is sleeping on the floor. Point number 3, taking bath. The Uttama Paksha is 3 times a day. If it is not possible, at least 2 times a day. And regarding food, only sattvic food, and that is staple food once a day. And considering your health condition, you can have the other kind of different kind of items, falahara, for the rest 1 or 2 times. That is food, that is anna. Anna to be taken only once a day. That is the kind of food practices that is to be followed during Vradanushthana. Vrada Upavasa means you will have to, Upavasa is living with Bhagavan. So we must make sure that you spend most of your time with the Chintana of Bhagavan, not allowing your mind to waver here and there. Is it 48 Mandala Vradam? See, the number of days for Mandala Vradam, in few places it is 48 days. That is in southern states. In Tamil Nadu, we follow it as 48. I am not very sure about how many number of days they are following in Andhra or Telangana or other places. Probably they will be following 45 and 48 in few places. In Kerala, they follow 41 days. But in Budhanatha Upakhyanā, Bhagavan very clearly says, at least 3 paksha. 3 paksha is minimum 45 days. That is minimum. Which means even 48 is allowed. Even so, there are few devotees who wear mala on Kartika first and they go for Magaravalakku, which means they take Vradam for around 2 months, 56 to 60 days. So 45 is minimum and maximum is according to your convenience. Swami Sharna. Tell me about the Bedda Padam, when it will be open. We have no clue about the Bedda Padam or the long route this year. Till date, We have been hearing news that it will be allowed and it will be not allowed. Daily you are getting one news. But official announcement is yet to come. And there is no clear announcement from the Devasam board whether they are going to allow or not. But as on date, they are not allowing. Till date, according to today's announcement, there is no clear announcement regarding whether they will be allowing or not. But as on today's announcement, it is not open. They may or may not allow in future. தாமி தமிழ்ல சொல்லுங்க. அப்படின்னு கேட்டிருக்காங்க. பெண்கள் வீட்டு விளக்காக இருக்கும்போது இருக்கக்கூடிய நேரத்தில் என்ன செய்யறது அப்படிங்கிற கேள்வி இருக்குது. நம்ம வீட்டில் இருக்க முடியாத சூழ்நிலையில் வெளியில் போய் நீங்கள் இருக்கலாம். வெளியே போய் கூடுமான வரைக்கும் ஐயப்ப பக்தர்கள் இருக்கக்கூடிய மாலை போட்டக்கூடிய ஐயப்பன்மார்கள் வீட்டில் இருக்கிறது எல்லா வகையிலையும் நல்லது. அப்படி இருந்துட்டோம்னா நம்முடைய விரதத்துக்கு எந்த விதமான குறைவும் ஏற்படாது. அதனால் மாலை போட்டிருக்கிற நேரத்தில் உங்களுடைய வீட்டில் இருக்க முடியாத சூழ்நிலை ஏற்பட்டது அப்படின்னு சொன்னால் வெளியே போய் கோவில்லையோ இல்லை இது மாதிரி மாலை போட்டிருக்கக்கூடிய வேறு சாமிமார்கள் வீட்லையோ இந்த 3 நாள் மட்டும் தங்கி இருக்கிறது உத்தமம். சுவாமி சரணம். Is food fasting necessary ன்னு ஒருத்தர் கேட்டிருக்காரு. Yes, food fasting is also necessary because what you eat is what you are. So what you eat will definitely have a reflection on your behavior. So when you are in Vridhanushtana, definitely only sattvic food is allowed, and food fasting is definitely necessary, and you'll have to make a note that it is necessary or it is compulsory only for devotees who are hale and healthy. For health reasons or for medical reasons, if you are unable to follow strict Vrda, you should definitely have some food 3 times a day for taking medicines. In that case, it is allowed. And only for such cases, we have a Sharanagosham for Samastaparadham. You say Arindam Ariyamalum, Dirindam Theriyamalum, which is for this reason. For medical reasons, if you are forced to eat for 3 times a day, it is obviously you cannot avoid that. And that reason it is allowed. For others, definitely food fasting is also necessary. Do they perform Nayyabhishekam now, carried by us? As of latest announcement, they are doing Nayyabhishekam carried by us. But daily the rules are changing. There are some restrictions based on the situations in Kerala, and based on that the announcement will be there. Is it mandatory to wear shoes? Definitely during Vrata Kalam one should not wear any footwear. And how can it be mandatory to wear shoes? One should not wear. And for some people, due to some work pressure or due to some reason, they may be forced to wear footwear. In that case, there may be a special exemption which has to be considered with your Guru Swami, and you have to take a call rather than me telling. But in general case, it is not allowed. Bodhanatha Upakyanam book is available. Yes, very much available. It was not available till last year because it was only in palm leaves, and I took a research for almost 20-25 years, and Bhagavan gave us the opportunity to publish it as a book. We have published in English and Tamil, and it is available in our online store. You can order it online, and you can get the books through courier. It is Sri Veda Books in Insta Mojo. You can search that name, or you can see in my Facebook, or even in this link I'll ask them to post the link. You can buy the books through that online link. Is it mandatory not to wear chappals? Again, I am repeating. Definitely during Vrata Kalam, one should not wear shoes or chappals. பிரம்மச்சரிய விரதம் அப்போ கேர்ள்ஸு கூட பேசக்கூடாதா எப்படின்னு கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்கன்னு ஒருத்தர் கேட்குறாரு. இதுதான் ரொம்ப கஷ்டமாக இருக்குது எல்லாருக்கும். ஆனால் மனதை கட்டுப்படுத்துவது தான் பிரம்மச்சரியம். பூதநாத உபாக்கியானத்தில் பகவான் விரத அனுஷ்டானம் சொல்லும்போது 8 விதமான விஷயங்களை சொல்கிறார். ஒரு பெண்ணை கண்ணால் பார்ப்பது, அவர்களிடத்தில் பேசுவது, மனதால் நினைப்பது எல்லாமே விரதத்தை பங்கம் பண்ணும் அப்படிங்கிறார். அதனால் பெண்களிடத்தில் நேரடியாக பேச ஆரம்பித்தாலே அது விரத பங்கம் தான். 8 விதமான மைதூனங்கள் அது ஒன்றா சொல்லப்படுது, பகவானாலேயே சொல்லப்படுறது. அதனால் விரத காலத்தில் இந்த அனுஷ்டானத்தை கடைபிடிக்க முடிந்தால் மட்டும்தான் சபரிமலை யாத்திரை பூர்ணமாக முடியும். அதனால் மனசை கட்டுப்படுத்த முடியல அப்படின்னு சொன்னால் நம்ம மாலையை போட்டுக்காமல் இருக்கிறதே நல்லது. மனக்கட்டுப்பாடை உருவாக்குறதுக்கு தான் சபரிமலை யாத்திரை. நம்மளால் அதை பண்ண முடியல அப்படின்னு சொன்னால் அது வந்து ரொம்ப சிரமமான ஒரு காரியம், தப்பான காரியமாயிடும். அதனால் கூடுமான வரைக்கும் இது மாதிரியான விஷயங்களை தவிர்த்து மனதை பகவானிடத்தில் மட்டும் செலுத்தக்கூடிய ஒரு விஷயத்தை நம்ம கடைபிடிக்கணும். We booked on January 7th. In any cyclone change, the date will be postponed. As of now, as per the rules followed by Kerala Sabarimala Devaswam Board, if at all, if the date is cancelled due to cyclone, definitely you can use that date, use that booking in subsequent days, and you can come to Sannidhanam for darshanam. They are allowing that in case if it is cancelled. Yes, another question. Say if newly married couple, can the guy go to Sabarimala on the year of marriage if he is married? See, there is no written rule for this, but on all practical purposes, all the Guru Swamis, they advise that a person who has been newly married definitely to avoid Sabarimala Yatra for the first year, and only after 1 year is over, all the Guru Swamis they take him for Sabarimala Yatra. That is being in practice by all senior Guru Swamis. For the first year of marriage, they don't take him for Sabarimala Yatra. One mandala, how many days? And please explain the Vradam, simple way to be followed. I already told you, minimum 45 to 48 days and more than that. And the methods or the procedures to be followed is getting up before sunrise, having your bath in cold water, doing a simple puja to Bhagavan, and calling out Sharanagosham loudly. Do a simple Nevidyam and have that Nevidyam as your morning breakfast. Similarly, if possible, if there is no hurdle with your work, the same procedure has to be followed for your afternoon, but most of the people are working, so afternoon puja is not possible for many people. And again, during evening, one has to take bath again, do a puja, and visit a temple or a bhajan or Ayyappa puja happening at other places. Call out Sharanagosham, contemplate on Bhagavan, tell stotras, sing bhajans, and keep your mind engaged fully and not allowing it to waver anywhere, and spend most of your time in Bhagavad Chintana, thinking only about the Lord. And during night time, one should not use bed. He should sleep only on the floor, and if it is not possible directly to sleep on the floor, you can use the mattress, or just you can use a plain dhoti or veshti and you can sleep on that. And ahara niyamam is to be followed strictly. Only satvik ahara should be taken, and please avoid taking food from outside, especially from hotels. Do not wear any footwears, and do not concentrate on your physical beauty. Don't spend maximum time in front of mirror for doing alangaram on yourself. You should forget your body conscious and have your chintana only with Bhagavan. And Brahmacharya Anushtana is very much important, and you should see every male member as Bhagavan himself and every female member as Malipuram Devi herself. And so by deed, by action, by thought and by a body, everything should be pure during Vradanushthana. Moola mantras, somebody is asking, Moola mantras are not to be chanted in a public forum like this. Moola mantra has to be learnt from Guru, and one has to take a lifetime commitment, lifetime Vradanuštana for Moola mantra. It's not such an easy thing. And just chanting by reading from some books or reading from some online portals will definitely bring you disaster. So please don't try that. Is it okay if we do Irumudi Neyyabhishekam at local temple? Whether it is okay or not is up to you to decide. But for traditional Shabarimala Yatra, Irumudi is to be done. The Irumudi Neyyabhishekam has to be done only for Shabarimala. If it is okay or not, if it is okay for you, you can do. But whether you will get the same result of doing it Shabarimala, definitely I am not a person to say that. According to me, Irumudi is only for Shabarimala and Neyyabhishekam is only to be done at Shabarimala. Doing it with local temples it may be a personal thing to decide for you. But for traditional practice is only at Shabarimala. There are so many places, so many other countries where people who are unable to come to Shabarimala, they do in their places. That may be a kind of ritual to give solace to the devotees. But that cannot be equated to that of Shabarimala, definitely. Yes, there are so many other questions coming up. I think we have crossed our time limit. I will take 2 more questions and conclude this session. Definitely, I will come back with another session and take up other questions. Swami, please tell about Shabarimala Vigraham and when it was Pratishta. Okay. The original Vigraha was done by Parasurama himself, which was installed at Shabarimala during the Puranic era. When Parasurama himself and Agastya, they both came and they did the first Pratishtapana of Bhagavan at Sannidhanam. Over a period of time, due to various reasons, the Moola Vigraha of Shabarimala was damaged and it was replaced. The present Vigraham, what we see today, was installed during 1951 because there was a conspiracy and there was a fire at Sannidhanam during 1950 and the Vigraham during that time was damaged, and hence the Vigraham which we see today, Bhagavan's this Swarna Tirumeni, though it is made of Panchaloka Vigraha, we call him as Tanganira Tirumeni in Tamil. He will be glittering like gold. The wonderful Swarupam of Bhagavan which we see today was installed during 1951. And last and final question. Yes. Once we have completed the Neyyabhishekam at Sannidhanam, how can we use the ghee? It is only for prasadam purpose, yes, and many people do this mistake. They take the ghee prasadam and they use it for making sweets and doing something else. Once a prasadam is received, it should never be cooked or it should never be heated or done anything. Prasadam has to be consumed as it is, because it is touching the Divya Swarupam of Bhagavan and coming back. So it is having the divinity. And if you are going to keep it in the hot fire again, definitely it is insulting Bhagavan and it will lose its divinity. So any prasadam has to be consumed as you receive it, in the form as you receive it. So the Neyyabhisheka prasadam has to be taken home. You will have to keep it in your puja room. Do a puja to Bhagavan again and then remove your mala and then give the prasadam to elders and then give the prasadam to all other devotees in your house and your children, your all other Maligapurams in your house, and then you consume. And you can keep it in your house and you can consume it at least a spoon daily. At least for the next, it will come for at least 3-4 days or at least a week or 10 days. That is the way it has to be consumed directly and not by cooking or making sweets, which is wrong. One more question is the difference between Ayyappa and Mahashasta. See, I will conclude with this question. Mahashasta is the Lord who who controls the entire cosmos and by whose command the entire cosmos is running. We can compare with that of Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu is the Adimula Swarupa who took 10 different incarnations, out of which Ramavadara and Krishnavadara is very popular. Similarly, Mahashastra is the Adimula Swarupam who is with Purna and Pushkala Devi. He took 8 different incarnations. In the 8 different incarnations, the 8th incarnation is Maniganda, who is a Naishtika Brahmachari and who killed Mahishi and who is stationed at Shabarimala. So Adi Swarupam is Purna Pushkala Sameta Mahashastra and Avatara Swarupam is Naishtika Brahmachari Maniganda. Since Maniganda is the Lord of Kali Yuga and who is called Kali Yuga Varada, hence we all know only about Maniganda and we are not aware about the other incarnations of Shasta. So though the names are different, the Shakti, the Parakrama and the Swarupam is one and the same, but the practices, the worshipping methodology may be different for each Murti. We have other temples of Shasta where like Achangovil, Aryangavu, Kulatupura and other Erimeli and other temples, whereas in Shabarimala he is an Naishtika Brahmachari. In Achangovil and other temples he is in different forms. In Achangovil Kshetram he is a Grihastha with Purna and Pushkala. In Aryangavu he is in the form of a king. And in Erimeli he is in the form of a hunter. And Shabarimala he is in the form of a yogi. So, in the human body we have 6 chakras. Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipuraga, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Ajna. Similarly, when the Paramapurusha is denoted with these 6 chakras, this 6 chakras denotes 6 Shasta temples. Mooladhara is Muttayan temple near Papanasham, Tamil Nadu. Swadhisthana is Achangovil. Manipuraga is Aryangavu. Anahada is Kulatupura. Vishuddhi is Erimeli. Ajna is Shabarimala. And Sahasrara Chakra, where the ultimate Jiva Brahma Aikyam happens, is the Ponnambala Medu. That Ponnambala Medu is where you witness the Jyoti Darshanam. So, Ayyappa Darshanam is Atma Darshanam. That Atma Darshanam is what? The purpose of human life. So, each and every devotee who is wearing mala and having the darshan of Ayyappan is having his Atma Darshanam. So, we have so many other questions and I am very eager to answer, but due to lack of time, we are concluding the session today. Definitely I will come back with another set of questions and Tamil devotees கவலைப்படாதீங்க. இன்னொருக்கா உங்களுக்காக தனியாகவே தமிழ்ல ஒரு செஷன் நான் பண்றேன். கூடிய விரைவில் எல்லா பக்தர்களையும் சந்திப்போம். பகவானுடைய அனுகிரகத்தில் எல்லோருக்கும் நோயற்ற வாழ்வும் குறைவற்ற செல்வமும் ஏற்படட்டும். பகவானுடைய அனுகிரகம் எல்லாருக்கும் உண்டாகட்டும். May Lord Ayyappa be with each and every devotee and bless him profusely with all the good. Swamiye Sharanayyappa, Sarvamangala Dayagare Sharanayyappa, Sevipor Kananda Murtiye Sharanayyappa, Mata Pita Guru Devame Sharanayyappa.